Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. In this video, I want to share with you the two most dangerous foods that you can consume. Now, you probably are thinking it's sugar related or junk food, but actually it is corn and soy. Yeah. Did you realize that corn and soy makes up 50% of the crops that are grown in the US? Yeah, it's incredible. An average person consumes 700 calories of their diet of these two so-called healthy vegetables. So corn and soy make up 40% of your diet. That's incredible. 93% of all the soy grown in the US is GMO. 85% of all the corn grown in the US is GMO. So what is GMO? It's an alteration of the food. It's an alteration, in this case, it's a resistant to a certain herbicide called, which is a weed killer called Roundup Ready or glyphosate. So in other words, when they grow corn and soy, you can spray this with this herbicide and they won't die. All the weeds die, but they don't die. Okay? So you're getting a lot more of this chemical. So what are the dangers? Well, there's been some suppressed studies, independent studies, not by Monsanto, who actually owns this technology, and they found that it causes some serious problems in animals, okay, animal studies, because who wants to do on human studies? We're doing a human study now in your diet, but the point is that in animal studies they found that it creates all sorts of cancers of the breast, of the liver, of the kidney, of the uterus, okay, of the ovaries. Yeah, I know. So the problem is that the World Health Organization only requires you to do studies for 90 days, 3 months, okay? And if you pass the 90-day mark, or actually you get through it, it's considered safe. Yeah. Well, right now there's class action suits. I don't know how far it's going to go because Obama passed a law in the middle of the night, of course, that states that if Monsanto gets in trouble, well, they can't sue them, basically. So they're not going to really get in trouble because there's a law that protects them, unfortunately. And I'll put the link down below. You can check it out. But here's the data on glyphosate. There's a lot of unknowns right now, but in the last 15 years, there's been a 3,000 increase in exposure to this darn pesticide, okay? And this herbicide. And this herbicide creates alterations in your endocrine system. It's considered an endocrine disruptor, and it acts like estrogen. And that's why it creates a lot of cancer and other problems as well. Allergies, probably autism, and all sorts of things. Okay, so I just want to show you something. Let's take a look at some of the hidden foods, okay? What about ketchup, high fructose corn syrup? What about all the dressings with the soy oils and the corn oils? Here's some hidden corn products. Citric acid, that's actually in vitamin C. Confections sugar, corn flour, corn fructose, corn meal, corn chips, corn syrup, dextrin, dextrose, fructose, high fructose corn syrup, lactic acid, malt monodiglycerides, MSG, monosodium glutamate, sorbitol, starch, baking powders, and many synthetic vitamins. Okay, that's in corn. Now in soy, bulking agents, carob, emulsifiers, gargum, natural flavors, soy beverages, all the like a lot of the weight loss programs have soy, isolated protein type powders. Incredible. Textured vegetable protein, vegetable broth, diet foods. I mean, there's over 3,000 foods that have corn and soy, okay? So the problem is we're in an experiment right now. We can't even know what we're eating. We're getting exposed to it. It's hard to avoid it. So you're going to have to do 3 things, okay? Number 1, you're going to have to try to avoid this. Start reading labels, okay? You're going to have to avoid. I put a link down below that you can print out some hidden foods that you need to start becoming aware of to avoid as much soy and corn as possible. And tell your friends, your family, and just make sure they don't consume it, especially if you're at risk for breast cancer or any type of cancer. I mean, we're all at risk, right? Number 2, make sure as much as possible you start eating organic. Why? Because if it's organic, corn or soy, then that means it's not GMO. Okay, so that's one way. So number 3 you're going to have to start consuming foods that deactivate some of these, I call them poisons, in your liver, okay? And so what you can do with that is you start consuming a little bit of cruciferous in the diet. Kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, things like that. That will slowly start to protect you because those are anti-cancer foods, anti-estrogenic foods, okay? So number one, avoid it. Number two, get organic. Number three, eat cruciferous foods that will deactivate some of the stuff in the liver, okay? All right, so on that note, on that fun note, go ahead and leave your comments below and I will see you in the next video.